Taram, we are live now.
We're live? Oh
I
my
put
god.
this mic like this.
Nice. It's my first YouTube live.
First YouTube live.
Yeah.
And that's the first YouTube live I'm going public, I think this year.
For real?
Yeah, like all the other lives were for member only. That's the one public. But the members, how are you doing, guys?
Hi. Hello everyone. I hope you are doing great.
Yeah, I always start by asking how is the sound. So tell me please in the comments. I see the comments down here. How is the sound? Do you hear us well? And now it's your turn, Thomas. You say...
The test
You say in
for the
Português.
sound or...
Bem-vindo ao mundo dos devs.
Bem-vindo
Ao mundo
ao mundo
dos devs.
dos devs. Yes,
sir. You did
Welcome.
right. So we got 15 people now. We got Yuri, Rafael,
Hi.
Tomás. That's
Hey,
that-
Thomas Victor.
Tomás
Hi, man.
Victor. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring it to this so we can read and at the same time where we're looking at.
Does Thomas is a common name in Brazil?
Not very common actually. A few people have this name over there. It's like Tomás, maybe.
Great audio, nothing to worry about.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Okay, so the audio is great. I hope you all can understand me today. That's a public live. Welcome to the Club of Devs Club, so Clube dos Devs, as we say. And this live was supposed to be for members, but we decided to open for a short period. So enjoy. That's a gift for you. I've not been live since a long time, and we're gonna talk about today career,
Oh,
job interviews, and also working in a multicultural environment. Because you know,
great.
we work in a company in which it's only me, you. Let's say the opposite. It's only one person who is Canadian. So it's a Canadian
Yes.
company, Canadian team, and only one person is Canadian.
Yeah, it's typically Canadian. I mean, even when we go out with other teams at the restaurant or things like this, we're always like, oh my God, how many Quebecers are there? Or how many Canadians? Like 1, 2? Yeah, for a team of 10, 12 people. That's crazy.
The whole IT team is like from outside Canada. At least, you know. Do you know somebody from the digital team?
Somebody from
No.
No, not really. But yeah, even there, I know there is an Ukrainian woman because I talked with her during the annual party. And for the other,
We have.
we
have
have
this-
it's Canada. It's the land of I mean it's a very very nice country for immigration. Canada needs immigration to live and to prosper because there is no enough people here.
They are planning to bring over 400,000 people this year.
Yeah.
As a PR, as a permanent resident. So that's crazy.
Anyway.
Okay, so I usually start the meetings, the calls by, somebody
Look
said,
at that. Yeah, Thomas is a very common name. But
I'm gonna
sounds
put
a
here
bit
to make it
different.
easier for you to read.
Okay.
So they said Thomas is a really common name. Now in my place, I'm from Salvador, but I don't know a lot of Thomas over there. But yes, I want to introduce you to my people, right? As I did to Emmanuel, with Emmanuel. I know you were born in Belgium. Did I say? Na Bélgica.
Yeah, that's right. It's
Belgium.
Belgium.
And you got a degree first in was electric or no? Did you do like computer science, computer engineer? What was it?
Yeah. So before that, just to introduce myself, when I was in secondary school, I didn't really know what to do because I was interested in a lot of things. I love IT when I was young. I think I created a blog when I was 10, something like this, a blog about UFOs for real.
Wow.
I was super interested about
Like
Area 51 and
It's
this kind of
spreading
things.
conspiracy theories.
No, man, come on, I was 10 years old. No, I was very passionate about that. But, you know, people are always saying like, it's full of mathematics. You have to be extremely good in maths and stuff. Okay, so I also love sports. So I was like, why not being a sport teacher or something like this?
Yeah.
I also love psychological, so why not doing something like this? Or in design. And
Like psychology.
yeah. And at the end, I didn't know what to do. Finally, randomly, I tried to do a bachelor degree in design, but no place anymore. So I was like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do? And in IT, there was nobody there. And I was like, okay, because I have to wait maybe 2 weeks to entering in design if there is a place left.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some IT stuff.
Oh, you mean
before.
like spots availability in university to start the course?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was full.
gotcha.
It was full. So and feel free to tell me to repeat if I'm using the wrong word in English or whatever. Anyway.
Oh, the people are understanding you. See, like, E.T. de Varginha. Galerinha, se vocês não entenderem alguma coisa, fala aí no chat que eu respondo. I said, like, if you don't understand, tell me. I'm gonna try to explain.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to explain.
Okay.
And we are talking about today career, about job interviews, about Thomas, and about working life in Canada as a developer.
Yeah.
So you're saying you
So,
you had a blog.
I didn't answer your question. But it was also to tell people you don't have to be an expert in mathematics to be a software engineer.
Absolutely
Definitely
not. Yeah,
And
it's good. It's good if you know if you have a good foundation of math.
Of course, it's really good, but there are different kind of logics and different kind of jobs in IT.
Yes.
So it's really different. But anyway, so I tried to do some IT stuff, and it was more electronical things.
Okay.
And I got also some some more programming stuff. I did a bit of programming before, but it's really there at school that I discovered that I loved it. I loved it so much. So I decided to switch to a specific bachelor degree oriented in computer science with a lot of algorithm stuff and really focus on software development and software engineering.
How old were you at the time?
Oh, I don't know, man. 20?
20. Okay.
19 years old.
All right.
Something like this. So it was just after secondary school. So I just did 1 year in electronic things. I wasn't a huge fan of electronic. But again, it's an IT field. It's a different way of thinking. People could love that. I mean, working on chips or microcontrollers.
And that's another
There are
area
programming
that
too.
we don't have a lot of people working on that. It's a very selected number of people and companies developing hardware.
Yeah.
So
But it's an option. So
you thought about it, and then you're like, no, I'm gonna go to code.
Yeah, I really love software engineer. So I did my bachelor degree, 3 years.
Well, it was in Belgium, or because you speak Dutch, right?
Yeah, and beter. Yeah.
so first of all, you speak 3 or 4
A
languages?
bit. 3 languages.
So English, French, Dutch.
Yeah, French is my mother tongue. Okay, my first language. The second is Dutch. But from Belgium, so yeah.
I think Dutch is Hollandaise. Is it Hollanda? Let me see here.
Yeah.
This
In my case, it's le néerlandais.
Néerlandais. Okay.
Ouais,
Okay.
ouais.
So all right.
Yeah. So I start learning English in the same time as I start studying IT.
Okay.
So computer science, because I had to. I mean, there are so many nice resources in English.
Everything is in English for
everything.
us. And
I also want to share with people, if you're like 20 years old, 25 anyway, if you like, oh my god, it's too late to learn a language, not at all.
Absolutely not.
It's only depends on your, I mean, do you have a goal? I mean, something that motivates you? Like, to me, it was understanding everything in IT.
Yeah.
Like, it was a huge motivation, and at the end, it wasn't a pain to me to learn English, because
you liked it. You enjoyed the process.
I got passionate about it. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, one day I will be able to move in Canada, in the US. That's so cool.
Oh, by the way, so you finished that. You were 20. You only started your computer science degree, right? Or you started learning English. Then it was 3 years, 4 years and a half. How was it? How long was it?
The bachelor degree?
Yeah, like
3 years.
3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
In Belgium.
Yeah.
We got a couple of questions.
Okay.
A gente vai responder essas perguntas daqui a pouquinho. We're gonna answer all these questions soon, pretty soon. Wait a second. We're trying to get to the point of we're gonna talk a lot about interviews. So right now we're in the beginning, computer science, learning English, boom. And then I wonder, it was in that stage of your life that you said, I'm gonna go to Canada or not?
Not yet. I always had in mind this dream of moving in America, in North America.
Oh yeah, you wanted to go to the US, you told me.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure how I would do that, because it's really tough to move in another country that far from your family and stuff.
Yes.
It's really hard. So I was like, maybe one day I'm gonna have like a job in Belgium that allows me to go in the US and to work with them, or in Canada.
I put more to you here, okay?
So yeah, definitely. I didn't get this plan first, but my first move has been to move to Brussels, which is the Belgium capital and also the capital of Europe. So it's a very nice place for networking, working in very great startups with amazing technologies, amazing people. I mean, it was really a great
Was
place.
it your first IT company that you worked was in Brussels?
First job? Yeah. I did.
What was the position?
Software engineer.
Software engineer?
Yeah.
All right. Was it like intern or really like junior level position?
Oh, junior level.
Junior level. So you
in Belgium, you do some internships at the end of your bachelor degree.
it's like required to get the diploma?
Yeah, it's included in the bachelor degree.
Okay.
So when you finish this, some people do internships, but in my case, I was like, no, I got a degree. I mean, I'm gonna do work. I want to get paid for that.
Okay, so since we are talking about internship, let me do two things. First, I wanted to shout out my people here. We have Yuri, Brian, André, Mateus, Paulo, Yuli Andrade de novo, Taylor Gomes da Costa. So thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank you for becoming a member. And we have a few people here that ask questions. This guy said, Thomas, your friend, he said, tell me how I get an internship, or could you help me, give me some tips. Oh, he wrote in English, you can read that. Can you give us some tips to get an internship? I think that, I don't know if you are in a position to really give a lot of details, because you have that built-in plugged with your university, right?
Yeah.
But if you are starting out today and you want to get an internship in an IT company, what would you do?
I would say that's kind of the same process as having a job, applying for a job. An internship at the end, it's a real job. I mean, it's just that, okay, you're gonna learn things, but the company is gonna hire you for doing something very interesting for them. So my advice would be exactly the same as for getting a regular job. First, so you target some companies you want to work with.
Yes.
Like let's say I would like to have an internship at Google. Okay, so I'm gonna start looking. Okay, what Google is doing. Okay?
They have the summer internship every year. They have a summer internship for people who are in university. That's cool.
Yeah, well, I don't know that. That's amazing. But maybe Google is not a good example. But I was like, first start looking for, okay, what does the business is doing? I mean, just what they do, because most of the time candidates during the interview, it's like they don't really know what you do, and it feels like they are not really interested in going there.
I understand. So it's like when you get to the point in which you're talking to the recruiter or talking to whatever, you show that you understand the business, you understand about the company.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you go, you check out their website. Maybe you're gonna not check all the developers' profile on LinkedIn, but I think the most funny things I did for having a job is like, I found that the company has a YouTube channel, and I used my YouTube channel with 10K subscribers to put a comment. Oh my God, I love your video. Now I would like to work for you. This kind of things. You always
wait a second. What is the YouTube channel with 10,000 subscribers?
It's Thomas Vandercam. Just type Thomas Vandercam.
Let me write this. My people, go subscribe to his channel. Thomas Vandercam is like this.
Yeah, but I don't really do videos. I have to create a new channel for real to talk about IT stuff, and it was more a motorbike YouTube channel. But to go back to the subject, I would say
get internships.
Yeah, do everything you can to make these people knowing, okay, this person is motivated and this person wants to work with me.
So like showing your passion and showing your interest.
Yeah, and in the first interview, like, ask questions. Okay, which kind of technologies do you use?
Yes.
Do you use React, Angular, whatever? And if you pass the second step, just reread the basics of React, of everything. Prepare this interview.
So let me get this moment to also tell the people what happened now, because we're talking about your beginning, but let's talk about what we're doing now. First, Thomas works with me. I actually entered the company after him a couple of months, right?
Oh yeah, I would say 3 months.
And it's a new team, and Thomas is my team lead. He's kind of my boss now. You see, I'm interviewing my boss. Emmanuel is like, everybody's his boss.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, He's the team lead, and we take care of the interview process for Dynamite, the company. Should I say that or not? Like about well, whatever. It's sad. The company name is sad. I don't know if the people would not do anything.
I can find it on LinkedIn, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. So we are working together since last year, right? March last year. Is more than one year right now, and. Well, we work mainly as full stack developers, working on the back end with Google Cloud and blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying that because we actually are talking about internships with Omar. Do you remember Omar said, we have one spot for internships?
Yeah.
So we have to think, what are we going to expect from these candidates, specific for internships? And that's a good discussion. But going back, you're saying showing interest, showing passion, and asking questions. I think nothing is more frustrating in an interview than the candidate not asking any question.
Yeah. Not if you got like 5 interviews with him before, but yeah. At the first interview, if there is no question at all, sometimes it's kind of weird. But maybe another advice, same thing for applying to a job. Clean up your lighter or
resume?
Optimize your resume. Yeah, because something I saw a lot of time is even me, when I read the resume, I cannot find the right information I need. There are tons of technologies. There are 1,000 of technologies, React, Angular, I don't know, Node.js, blah. No, it's normal, but I mean, all the JavaScript frameworks are there. And I don't really know, okay, who's this guy is doing?
Yeah, what this guy is doing?
Yeah,
what technology is he using?
Yeah, and you know, when I see a resume that is well organized with only the key technologies on top, and maybe at the end in the detail the experiences, the different texts he used there, I find this super interesting because to me the resume should be more than just a resume. The resume is where you show off. It's the first impression. And as a software engineer, what do you want to show? You want to show that you are passionate, you are organized,
you are objective.
Yeah, you can optimize things. So optimize also the
reading
space.
Experience.
Yes,
you have to think
the UX,
about the
man, the UI. And
you have to think about the recruiter reading your thing. What is the most important information that he can take out of my resume? Yeah. And what if he wants to contact me and he's looking to the files, or even if it's not real paper, he's looking through the PDF files, right? What information I put on top? What's the priority here?
Exactly.
Wait a second before you proceed. Shout out to Kevi. He just became a member. You can say obrigado, Kevi.
Obrigado, Kevi.
All right. Thanks.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team.
To the club. The club does dev.
Cool. Welcome to the club. We have a few questions here. Maybe we could get some of them. He said, somebody's saying, okay, I got it. What kind of university would you recommend for somebody who wants to get a career as a developer in Canada? Because we have many courses like, computer engineering, we have computer science, we have just some... Concordia, they have a bunch of boot camps right now. We have my courses and online courses all over the internet. Yeah,
but here the question is more which kind of university, or which university has the name. Like, I'm coming from Harvard, so it's a huge name, no? Because to me, the name, I don't care.
Yeah, for me,
I totally don't care.
Me neither.
It's nice to have a degree because it's like a guarantee for us. We know that we don't have to go too deep in the questions because you already got a lot of exams about algorithm stuff and blah blah blah. And we sure that you have this first layer of knowledge to learn things after.
But there are some positions where having a degree is kind of requirement,
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it really depends where you want to work actually.
Because let's say for computer science or data scientist people, I have to make sure that you learn a bit about these algorithms and math that is related to that. And if you don't, I either have to test you, give you a bunch of questions and improve me that or I believe that you learn it because you have the diploma from university, and these class has this knowledge requirement. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I always tell my people, go to university, do university, no matter what you're doing, go and get a diploma. Yeah. I do it. But what do you think about it?
I totally agree with you. If you have the opportunity, go for it, because this sheet paper, okay, at the end it's a sheet paper, but it's gonna first you're gonna create a first network. You're
Yes.
gonna meet people there. Maybe some of the teachers, they're gonna have like big companies when they can
Or your
hire
colleagues.
students. Yeah, exact. So secondly, personally, I'm really happy to have my degree because I think when I was 19 years old, I wasn't that strict enough to follow
The process.
a software engineer path with the best practices.
Oh.
There, the teachers are like, no, you should understand every line of code. Everything that's happening there, it's important because a line of code can change everything. So you have to understand what's happening behind.
Yes.
And so, these kind of best
So
practices.
it's like the discipline to study by yourself. You didn't have.
Exact.
Okay.
The discipline, and at the end, the third point I would say is opening doors. This paper, okay, some companies that are more chill, but if you want to move to another country,
Yes.
here the bachelor degree is like a
Okay.
super entry point.
If you have a plan to come to Canada, go get a degree.
Yeah,
Go get a degree, at least a technical degree, as I did, and I'm 20% left in my university degree. I'm trying to finish that by this year, by the way. A long story, but at least start university or get a technical
Yeah.
degree.
it helped me so much in my immigration process. For real, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, somebody said one day I want to have my English at this level, Mr. Robot. Oh, come on, man, you are already here listening to us, so you're doing good. Ivan, Ronald, quero que ele
Thank you very
fale.
much.
Somebody said I want him to talk about Salesforce. Well, that's good. I think I never want to answer this kind of question because it's very technical, very specific to some field that nobody else might be interested in. But I want to talk about it because we use Salesforce at Dynamite backend. So we have to integrate. And me personally, I was one of the guys writing some integration with the Salesforce to send the email receipt to the customers. What do you think about Salesforce?
Personally, I never really touched it, so I can't give a very nice. I mean,
But as a
nice-
company, as a platform,
But as a platform, I feel like when I see my network,
Mm-hmm.
again, tons of people are using Salesforce. I feel like they use it in every companies.
And the business internally, like that, there are so many companies that use Salesforce services that it's a whole world. The Salesforce consulting company, like Bubblebox, the company that was helping us to integrate.
That's right.
The only business is to help us to integrate with Salesforce. So Ivan, if you want to learn more about it, go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, even my first job was in a startup, and even this startup was using Salesforce with 10 people are there at this time. So now they exploded, they leverage a lot of money and stuff. But yeah, even at the very beginning, they were using Salesforce.
Okay,
So-
that's a nice question from Brian. You see how many balloons he have? He has. He has, I don't know, 6
What does it
balloons.
mean? What does it mean?
So every month that the guy is stay in the club, he gets 1 balloon.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
that's
it means that he's almost getting a world soon. That's the last icon. And he asked, tell me, what was your biggest difficulty in the beginning in your IT? TI is the same thing in French, right?
Ouais,
C'est la même TI.
TI, ouais.
Okay.
Technologie de l'information. IT. Okay. Oh, my biggest difficulty.
Let me turn on this light here just to try to improve something.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks a little better.
Okay. Let me think.
Maybe turn on this one.
I would say the biggest difficulty was first being comfortable with yourself regarding the
Learning process.
No, I'm gonna relate to an experience in my first job. So in that startup I was talking about, people there they were awesome. It's so. I mean, I got super lucky.
Wow.
In every job experience I got, I met amazing people. Like you are an amazing software engineer. No, for real, man. But when you start your career as a junior software engineer and you are in a team with major senior of crazy people, you're like, oh my god, I'm so bad. I know nothing. Oh my god, what did I learn at school? So it's tough at the end because it's like going from university or to the first job. I mean, so university to professional world is like a slap in the face. Like, oh yeah, it's tough.
This is why I tell the people, like, I have to say, vai pro mercado.
What does it mean?
Go to the market.
Yeah, but it's
Just
actually
go to
good,
market.
and people they know that. So if if one of you feel bad after school going to your first job and you feel like actually a kind of imposter because okay, you have a degree but you can't write the same kind of code as other people. It's fine. It's totally normal, and that's why they expect from you. You will have time to learn and things. It's part of the process. So don't feel bad about that. It's gonna be fine.
And what about spending hours and hours debugging on something that at the end was a semicolon?
Oh yeah. This crazy thing, man.
Okay, so we have a few comments. Somebody said, Thiago Costa, he said, tenho medo, I'm afraid, okay. I'm afraid that somebody give me a task that I can't I can't solve. So like I cannot develop this feature, I cannot solve this problem. Did it already happen to you? What do you do? So when you get some task or some product feature that we don't know how to do, well, we have to figure it out. I think this is kind of junior-ish fear.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think it happened to all developers, and it's happening all the time, non-stop. Like even as a media developer, as a senior developer.
It's like imposter syndrome.
But you will need other people to solve things because, I mean, when you go in companies, most of the time, if it's a big company, the infrastructure is so huge, it's so vast. So you have to ask questions to people,
yes.
And there is always something that you can improve. So even a senior developer that no, you know what? I would say a senior developer that never asked help of anything, doing all the features like this. Okay, that's fine. The features are completed, but I'm pretty sure the code is not optimized, and there are a lot of things that we could improve.
I think it's the kind of having one point of view bias. You need somebody to be looking, but
yeah. So I would say if you can't finish a feature, it's fine, it's normal, and I really think that it's part of the normal process, the normal life of a developer.
But the thing is like.
Ask for help. That's my only advice. Yeah, ask for help and don't get blocked because this is a big problem. So it's a good advice. I think this. If you don't know how to solve the feature or how to solve the problem, ask for help. Because if you don't, you're gonna waste a lot of time on it, and if you don't communicate, this is gonna be bad. So asking questions is good.
There's one thing. Give yourself some time to try hard.
Yes, exactly.
Work on that.
Time box it. That's why I always say so. You try hard, like I always use one Pomodoro for that. If I'm blocked during one Pomodoro,
I'm gonna write for the people here. Maybe I think all of them probably know about it. Pomodoro.
It's a methodology to work.
Technique.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you want to make sure that you worked hard for some time before you ask for help, because you have to respect other people's time.
Exact.
So nothing is more frustrating than you go to the person and the person have not even Googled the shit.
Yeah.
And the shit is so simple. So like,
Yeah.
So in my team, we have a rule. Like if you have not opened and clicked and linked and read at least 5 pages of Google, don't call your friend. Maybe that's too much, but that was one rule we followed and it worked. Everybody was learning and growing with that. Because most of the things that you can find in the first 5 pages of Google, you don't have to bother your colleague for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can ask other people from the world. and Google is there for that. So that's a very good
advice.
Good thing. And so personally, I use one Pomodoro for that. So let's say if I'm stuck during 30 minutes on something and I can't find any other solution, what I'm gonna do is, okay, of course, during these 30 minutes, I check a lot of things on Google. I think in 30 minutes you have the time to read a lot of pages.
Yeah, you get better with time.
A lot of information. But after this, before asking someone, okay, because what's happening when you ask someone? You have to explain him the problem.
Yeah.
So before asking someone, you just take.
Oh, it's like the duck.
The kind of exact.
So you get whatever you try to explain.
You take your cell phone and you explain the problem you have to your cell phone like it's an actual person, and you re-explain everything. So I cannot update the marker of the map because this I use this library, but most of the time when you explain the process, you click.
Like,
in 60% of cases, it's gonna happen. It's really crazy.
60% in your personal experience. Let's not provide these numbers so people don't get crazy.
No, but it's a really good habit, I think.
That makes us people don't make us crazy with, my English is broken. Meu inglês não é perfeito. Like I'm saying, my English is not perfect. Our English
Your
is not
English
perfect.
is
by the way.
amazing, man. Your English is amazing. And
But I'm just like, that's the first live this year, I think, and that's the first English live ever in my Canada.
Oh, yeah?
Public.
okay,
The first public English live.
cool.
So we're gonna get more questions here. We're gonna talk about interview because we are doing more interviews in our team, and we have a lot to talk about it. Somebody said, "Sue, I have to update my resume because I have a lot of information there." Cool. You see, he's gonna use your tip to filter out. I actually
Yes.
talk about a lot about it in the things. Christian Leonardo, that's a member. He got one balloon, but thanks for supporting the channel. Christian, he said, "What's up, guys? Could you please talk about job fair in Brazil?" Like Canada, they do some. That's a fair. I think.
Yeah.
Because he.
Yeah, it's like on Saturday you go in a big place with a lot of companies and you do like a speed dating for companies.
Yeah. By the way, we should participate in this as Dynamite in some because we can outsource, talents.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know if I should take about it right now. Christian, you are a member. You can wait for this week. I'm gonna send some resources in the Club dos Devs. There are some 2 or 3 job fairs that I went here in Canada, and I know they do online events and they also do it in Brazil.
Okay.
So if you are in the Club dos Devs, I'm gonna send you this week. You can tag me there. And Mikael, da Feira de Talentos que você falou, call me and I'm gonna do it. Jean Vidal, he said, Michael, how prepare to first opportunity in English? How to prepare for the first opportunity in English?
That's a good question too. I would say first, because most of the time people are afraid of speaking English because they feel like, oh, my English is not that perfect. Forget that. Yeah. In Canada, in the US, when you work in a company, most of the time there are a lot of foreigners, people, and nobody's speak a perfect English. It's a working English.
Most likely it's an Indian interviewing you.
Man, nobody's scared about how you speak English and if it's the right word, the right grammar. Here, I'm pretty sure I'm making tons of mistakes. And we don't give a shit about it. Exactly. And can you understand me, man?
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
The messaging is coming and going. Boom.
Oh my God, that's great. No, because the goal of a language, what it is, it's communicating first. Okay, after, if you want to write a book or something like this, there you need really strong skills. But if it's just about communicating,
passing,
So,
but what would you say for the job interview? Because by the way, guys, we talked about it this morning with Emmanuel, and we have we are building some content towards this job interview process in English.
Yeah.
Right. What would you say that if the candidate goes to the first interview with you, and then he does a bunch of mistakes
in English,
is he a problem? Is he going to pass to the next stage?
Absolutely. Yeah, English is not a barrier to me. English, as long as we can understand each other.
Yes.
Because like I said, I'm making mistakes. Before, I mean, it was really hard to me to say I make mistakes because I was like, I do mistakes.
Yeah.
No, but it's an English, mistake. You have to use make. You have to use make with mistake.
Makes mistake.
I made a mistake.
I made a mistake.
Yes. I did a mistake. You shouldn't say that, but it's totally understandable.
Yeah, it's like absolutely understand.
This is a good example. When I said I made a mistake, I did a mistake to US people. They were like, no, you should say I made a mistake. But at the end, okay, it's a mistake.
Errors
but
and make mistakes.
Yeah, but we don't care at the end because using did or made, okay, made is a better English.
Correct.
But at the end, the context, we understood everything. So my advice would be how to prepare to an interview in English. Talk to someone just before the interview in English, or you talk to yourself. That's what I did when I wanted to go to move to Vancouver, because Vancouver is an English-speaking city in Canada, and I was talking to me in the mirror. And I was introducing myself. Hi, I'm Thomas. I worked in blockchain technologies. I did this. And I know it sounds crazy, but it builds. No, it's also to build that confidence, because it's all you need when you are in an interview about English. Is confidence.
I did it. I recorded myself so many times.
Yeah, that's
before I apply for job interviews, and I pretend I was I was in an interview and I was answering questions and I was recording it and then listening to myself. And because my listening is pretty good, I think, I was able already to identify my own mistakes and try to fix it.
And why does your listening is that good?
Because of course I'm listening every single day, every single time, whenever
Netflix,
I can.
YouTube, yeah.
Like I actually did a lot of TED Talks. But anyway, guys, if you are applying for job interviews outside Brazil, we are preparing some content about it. So keep it up. There is a link in my description. Go there, subscribe to my portal. I say portal?
Portal? Okay.
So subscribe to my portal. I'm going to send some emails and let you know about it. It's a huge training focused on interviews in English that might come up in the future. Right now, it's just an idea. We are brainstorming and creating a plan, but it's going to come out soon. Subscribe, and I'm going to let you know when we get it done. Going back to the questions, we have, you see, like K. Costa, he said, you know about CS50 course of Harvard. If you know, would you recommend it? It's totally free. They have the class, computer science class, that's open to the world. I recommend. What do you think? Have you looked at this?
I would recommend too. Personally, I didn't do it. So I don't know exactly if it's good or not, but it's for Harvard, so I think that's great content. It is for free, so yeah, go for it. Even if it's from another university or anything. I did it for another university. I think
Stanford?
It was for it was for Stanford.
I took some classes from Stanford and from Harvard. This course CS50, I watched a couple of classes of it. When in 2015 they had it, some recorded versions, and now they have an up-to-date version.
Okay.
So there's really good content. Yes, Kevin, bem-vindo ao mundo dos devs, ao clube dos devs. Please do it. We have more questions here. Let me see. Mr. Robert, tell us a little bit about your bachelor degree. Okay, we didn't really have these information systems in Canada, but can you tell about it? Do you know of anyone who had some systems, information systems? I don't think we have it.
Yeah, the bachelor degree in Canada.
Well, I used to date a girl. She was graduating computer science in McGill here.
Okay, I the only difference I know that Canada they have this reputation to have a lot of practical exercises in their bachelor degree and at the university.
It depends, like
compared to Europe. Yeah. I mean, in France they do everything theoretically, but at the end of 5 years of study, it's almost that they don't know how to program.
Do you feel like things really here crazy. Are a little easier?
No. To me, I would say I don't want to say it's easier or it's harder, but I think compared to France, it really makes more sense to study here because you're gonna have the perfect balance between theory and practice. Okay. And at the end, what are we doing when we solve a problem, an algorithm, or write code? It's always about practicing. And
but it blew my mind when I met this girl and she was doing computer science in McGill. Her course was 3 years and a half. My computer science course in Brazil is like 5 years. And like I learned about compilers, programming language, different paradigms, and AI, databases, a bunch of things. We go deep in a bunch of things. This girl, she was just like a little bit math and stats, and a little coding with Java, pure software engineering, and that's all.
From where?
McGill.
Oh.
So by dating her and actually working on her in some exercise I was literally doing and helping her with that, I was like, man, my life in Brazil was way harder than I thought. My course in Brazil makes me way more competent than this because of the level of knowledge that the professor and the university pushed to us. I'm gonna bring the grades so you can see later. It's just crazy, man.
That's interesting. But in my case, it was a bit different because my university path. Actually, it's in Belgium. We don't call that a university. We have a specific term for that. It's like a university where you have more practice, and that's what I really wanted to do because I don't know if it's if some people know here the Microsoft Innovation Center.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a center opened by Microsoft, and they are doing a lot of a lot of talks about technical stuff, and too you can do internships there by using Microsoft technologies. I mean, it's an amazing hub, I would say, where I met a lot of passionate people, and that was so great to go there. And one of the person working there, this person advised me, okay, go in this kind of school in Belgium, because you're gonna when I see the internship, the trainee we have here, people coming from this kind of schools are better than this one. But it's only about Belgium. It's a specific case of Belgium. We don't have this kind of schools here.
But here in Canada,
here it's like a university.
They say that McGill in Montreal is the one more for science people, and Concordia is more for technical people. But we also have the other thing. But let's skip this talk about universities here. Go to university no matter what. No
matter which one. If at the end, there's some one is harder to another. We don't care. At the end, just have this basic foundation knowledge, okay, that allows you to understand more and more and learning new languages.
Okay, so we have a question here from André Freitas. Yeah. He said, Thomas, what motivated you to move to America? I study in Portugal. I want to move to North America too. Great question, huh?
Very, very, very good question. What motivates me the most, I think it was the innovation. I feel like an entrepreneur, I always try to build projects on the side and things like this, and I got really frustrated in Europe regarding to this.
Wow.
Because in Europe, there is this kind of mentality, not everywhere, but especially in France and Belgium, people are like, the failure is something bad. It's bad to fail, and when you have a nice project, like you want to build an app, everybody's going to be like, oh my God, your project is so great, man. Keep it up. That's cool. Yeah. But when you ask for money, when you ask for investment, nobody's there. Nobody's there anymore. And what I loved when I hear about North American culture, it was really an innovative culture. I met people that came in Montreal. They built a business. It was way easier than in Europe, because people were there to work with them and to go on. And also when you see in companies, the budgets for innovations, the budgets are way, way higher.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So, and again, it's like a fearless world. Okay, go on. And if you fail, that's fine. Okay, just make sure to fail fast and to learn from your mistakes.
Yes.
I really love this approach. Yeah.
So, Portugal is Europe, right?
Yeah, I don't know how it is in Portugal.
I have a couple of friends working there.
Okay.
They like it, and it's growing. But it's still Europe comparing to North America in terms of tech. Like we have the Silicon Valley over here. Montreal itself is a tech hub.
Oh, yeah. Can I say also something?
Yes.
The developer status. In Belgium or in France, you're like just the guy that... I don't want to be, what's the right word for that? But you're just the guy that writes some code and do nothing else. Like you don't think.
You have no value.
You just write your code, and I'm the manager. I'm going to tell you, write this, and I don't care about what you think. Okay, I exaggerate a bit there, but it's really like this. And here it's totally different. The software engineers are actually divas. Like, oh, wow, that's so great at what you do. And the companies knows the values, and also the salaries are higher because of this. And I think, of course, having a higher salary is good because you do the same job, but the better is the status. You are considered as someone that does something very good, very nice, and as a human being,
you want to be
really important.
You want to be recognized. I think that's the word.
Because it's a tough job. I would say. I mean, we love that, but you have to, if you want to deliver something good, you have to work. So
you have to feel like you're doing something meaningful. We have some people, Lofran, you say, hey bro, Naji tá lá sempre no Instagram. Hello from Brazil, Curitiba, nice top guys, yay. All right, Alex Barbosa, good topics, thanks man. Kylie, she said, tell us your social media, your YouTube and Instagram. I think I sent your YouTube here. Do you want me to put your Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram is VDCT7.
VDCT7.
Yeah, it's my personal one, but that's the one where I will post probably my new one, because I would like to create one dedicated to tech only. But in the future, I'm telling you this, maybe in 2 months it's not going to be created again.
Man, I've been talking about it since, I don't know, last year. Let's do it. You know, like,
But at least, okay, this is the entry point. I'm going to share some news about that on this.
Okay. And you do like me. You tell your people that are already following your current account that, hey, this account is kind of my private one. I'm going to create a public account to talk about tech, and boom, you bring in other people. But you that are watching this live right now, it's TC. Yeah, write it right?
Did you write it? Yeah,
VDC.
Oh, no. VDCT7.
Okay, VDCT7. Let me do like this. Instagram.com. Well, arroba at VDCT7. Is it right?
I think that, yeah, that's correct.
Vandercam CT7.
And yeah, the YouTube channel is Thomas Vandercam. As Mikael mentioned.
I've seen it before, yeah.
Again, it's a motorbike YouTube channel. But if one day I start, and I really would like to create an IT YouTube channel, the information is going to be there.
Okay, so you go knowing that this is a motorbike channel, at least currently. And then maybe in the future we get some other type of content.
I think it tells a lot about my personality. I'm like a bit of everything.
Oh, okay. I
like coding. I like doing wheelies. I like skating, snowboarding.
Alex said, what do you think about working from
playing
Brazil
too?
to Canada? Yeah, go play something. Now, yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Keep going. I'm going to talk about it, Alex Barbosa. I'm going to talk about it later. I have a friend who is in Brazil right now, Pedro. He's working there, and I did it for a couple of months. I went to Brazil in December, and I stayed there 2 months, December and January.
I think so, yeah.
Working for Dynamite. For me, it was nice, and for Canada, it's quite difficult to do it because you have legal problems with that. We have immigration problems with that. They want you to be here. So I could go and stay working there, but if I stay longer, might raise a red flag to the immigration minister. Okay. So I don't want to do this. But anyways, if you have a PR, that's easy. You get a job here, you go wherever you want. But if you don't have a PR, you are legally required to stay here in Canada. That's my situation.
Oh, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, I'm legally... you know worse? I'm legally required to work from Montreal or Quebec. I cannot work from outside Quebec.
Okay, hopefully you're telling me this because I didn't know that.
Luckily, I'm telling you.
Okay, thank you very much.
But like, if you do for 1 month...
No, yeah, that's fine. As long as you don't spend like 6 months.
Yeah, that's not going to be a problem. The onboarding process in new company is always tough. Yeah, that's true. Santos, we agree with that. Yeah. Hello from Brasilia. DJI Brasilia is kind of the capital of Brazil right now. Usually it used to be my city, but now it's Brasilia, yeah. You start to look like you know nothing at the end. After pushing hard, working, you smash that. Cool. This live will be saved on your channel, Mikael. Yes, it will be saved, but only for members. So if you get out of this live, you're not going to watch this again unless you are a YouTube member. So become a member in my channel or stay with us here, right?
Yeah.
It's a good.
Stay. Yeah, I'm gonna play some music after.
Yes.
I'm kidding.
All right, so we are getting to the time, but we still have time to ask a question. Let's stay until like 3:15, something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. This lecture is very important to me because this week I have a job interview for a Ukraine tech company. By the way, I could get that interview after I wrote the English version of my LinkedIn profile. Andre Arruda. Great, Andre. He's a member. So congratulations and good luck in your first interview.
Good luck, man.
If you're willing to learn more about it, message me on the channel and we're gonna send you some content. Let me see if I have more questions. Are there opportunities for full stack with basic English? Cool. We have opportunities for full stack developers at Dynamite.
With basic English,
But what about basic English? Define basic English.
Yeah. I mean, basic English is like, okay, you do you make a lot of mistakes regarding grammar, maybe the choice of the words, but at the end you can just communicate. I mean, I want this. I would like the key things. Like,
what is the level that somebody must have in order to pass a job interview?
Oh, so I know there are these levels like A1, A2. I don't know exactly. For working,
maybe if you don't say like that, you can explain like. Maybe holding a conversation like this is enough.
It's exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah, I would say there is an application called Tandem I used a lot, and this application changed my life.
Wow.
And built this confidence.
Let
I
me
have
write
in this
here,
right now.
Tandem.
Tandem, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't have any shares in Tandem, but I would love to have, because definitely this product
Oh,
is
are they-
awesome, and it's helping so many people.
Are they public traded?
I don't know. I didn't check. I don't think so, because I think it's a small company. But yeah, Tandem basically it's gonna make you match with people that are learning your mother tongue, okay, and they are actually native in the language that you learn. So an example, I met someone amazing. I think he was living in Atlanta. Yeah, but his name is Michael.
Okay.
Michael, hey Michael, if you're watching this live, thank you very much for the help you provided to me. I love you, man. No, but for real, I met this person there. He was learning French. I was learning English, and we did a lot of conversations like this. And I mean,
You just learn a lot in this process.
yeah. And he was correcting me. I was correcting him in French. So, oh my God, man. He just wrote me a message.
Send the link and tell him to watch the
I think he's not checking the live, but oh my God, that's crazy. The coincidence. Okay, the guy I've just talked about, he just sent me a message. Like it's crazy, man. And we are not used to talk every day. So yeah, I would say the goal is being able to just
communicate.
Yeah, and the conversation, a basic conversation,
But-
a basic tech conversation about what you're doing.
But bear with me. When I applied for my first job interview here, I wasn't able to hold a conversation that long.
That's why I wanted to say a tech conversation, because most of the
Yes.
most of the technical things you already know the terms in English. Like
Yes.
okay, the compiler doesn't work. I want to I don't have any examples, but I know that when I start working, talking about only tech stuff was easier to me.
Yeah. Oh, this morning, Emmanuel talked about code walkthrough. Like you must be able to do a code walkthrough in English. And
Okay.
the walkthrough is like, tell me what is your code, what it does, and what would you change in it, how would you change. So I think that requires you basic understanding of the language.
Yeah.
You don't have to be talking about anything else that is not tech related. You don't have to know more than simple how to say times or tense.
Tense,
simple
yeah,
tense,
the
like
grammar and stuff,
simple past tense, simple present tense, simple
Yeah.
future tense. You don't have to know more than this.
You just know 1/10 by period, like 1/10 for the present, 1/10 for the past, and
Yeah.
1/10 for the future.
Simple past, simple present, simple
Just
future
for
tense.
communicating.
And
the
then
rest.
you are supposed to be able to pass an interview with the first recruiter, because the first recruiter from HR is more like, okay, tell me about you, tell me about your past life, how was your day at work, what kind of experience you had. You basic simple past tense, you are able to do it. And with the tech people, well, we are tech. We don't care if you do any grammar mistake. Tell me explain what you're doing, make me understand, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because at the end, I mean, maybe if you're team lead or manager, okay, in that kind of situation, you have to talk to so many people. You spend more time in meetings than coding.
Exactly.
But if it's about
Coding?
software engineering things,
No.
coding, yeah.
So, and also we have the daily English usage in the ceremonies for agile teams.
Yeah.
Like we use Scrum. We have a bunch of meetings during the 2 sprints, the 2 weeks we have. And
Yeah.
this is something that I think the companies can afford to wait somebody to learn. You know, like you can get a candidate with basic understanding of English and bad spoken skills.
Yeah, and you know what? This Scrums meeting is a very good point. This is a very nice way to learn, because I remember when I got my first opportunity in the startup where everything was talking English, I was preparing my Scrum. So I was thinking, okay, what I did, etc. And I was preparing what I was about to say. And at the end, it was boring to me, because every day is like saying the same thing. I did this. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
It's always the same tense, and there you also build again that confidence, and you get used to it. And your brain is using always the same path, so you get faster at speaking and sharing things. Yeah.
This guy, so he asked these tips to improve my vocabulary. You said tandem, getting somebody to ask. I would say we have 2 apps, Drops and Duolingo. I always use it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Reading something, you know.
Okay.
I have some books, and after finishing this guy here, I'm gonna get
I have one. I have
like
one that's
this
not
guy
so
here.
famous.
After I finish reading this guy, it's called the Idiot Brain. Look at this. How many pages it is? It's like 380 pages. Of course, I didn't read everything, but I didn't read everything like useless information like the
No, but that's
summary.
that's a very good way of learning too.
Yeah, but what I
So
meant,
actually, I think you have to find your way to learn language. Because personally, I wasn't a huge fan of reading a lot of English books. A bit, but it's not that it's better or not. No, it just depends on the person. Personally, for improving my vocabulary, even Duolingo, I wasn't a big fan. Again, it's just my personal opinion. We have different way of thinking and learning.
yes.
But what I really loved is Mosalingua. Again, I don't have any shares. Mosalingua.
Write this for the people. That's the one I don't know.
Mosalingua. Previously it was $5 to
The year or
for
forever?
life,
Okay.
forever. Now I think there is a subscription of $2 per month. I don't know.
I type it.
Yeah, but Mosalingua is basically an hanky card system. So look at that.
You know, is it a Brazilian app? Because Lingo is pretty Portuguese.
Maybe, I don't know. But you see there. Okay, so. This is my stats. I stopped using this application because I was feeling confident enough in English. But basically, you go there, you click on. I see that I have cards to not learn, but to rethink about,
Okay.
to repeat. Okay, so I have the sentence in French là. It's au voleur. So it's thieves. There is a thief.
Oh, voilà.
Yeah. So I return the card and I can see. Oh, okay, it's thief. Stop thief. And then there is there is different buttons. The first one is it was super easy to me to translate it. If it wasn't that easy,
it's going learn from you whenever you give some feedback. Okay,
Yeah.
it was hard, it was easy. And
Yeah.
Based on your answer, it's gonna give you harder or easier questions.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
And there is jeu de mots. Okay, it's a play of words.
Okay.
Play on words. So you see, and this is asking you these questions every day, and if it's always good, it's gonna ask you every weeks or monthly.
Okay.
And it's really good. I mean,
Okay.
for my brain, it was really good, and that's how I learned like 700 vocabulary words, and I still remember.
Oh,
remember
it gives
them.
you a number?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I already made a
That's
video.
really nice.
I'm not going to talk more about it because I
Yeah,
already made a
of
video
course,
on
of
YouTube.
course.
This one is new for me, so go for it. Mozalinga, try it out and tell me what you think. I always suggest you read books,
Yeah.
read, no matter what.
Very important.
And we are going to answer a couple of questions
Okay.
and wrap this up because it's about time. Some people, let me just get a time to say, Kevin, thank you for supporting the channel. He sent a donation, like 10 Brazilian reals, and said, Michael, I will do an English intercambios, like internship in Toronto. Oh, that's nice.
Nice. Congrats, man.
I want to try and apply for jobs there. What do you recommend to me for face-to-face developers job search? I think that I recommend you not go face-to-face. I think I recommend you to build a nice LinkedIn profile, change your location when you are here, and apply directly from LinkedIn. As soon as you get here and you open your profile in English, you're gonna be like bombarded with offers. Every week I get, I don't know, at least 2 offers. There are some week. Last week I counted, it was 19 offers, man, to apply.
Oh my God.
What the hell is wrong?
Yeah.
All sorts of stacks, all sorts of technologies because I have a bunch of experience. But you, Kevin, if you are a member in the Club dos Devs, you can talk to me there. When you come here, I'm going to help you straight with that directly myself.
Yeah.
And we also have positions open in Dynamite. Maybe he can apply.
Exactly.
Let's see.
And just to add to the face-to-face approach, I actually agree with what Mikael just said. Go with the LinkedIn a lot.
And online.
Because that's true that there is a face-to-face, a hidden market in Canada.
There is.
70% of the jobs are not on the platforms. But you only can hear about them once you build a first network.
Exactly.
And there you go. But if you go face-to-face like straight like that, people maybe they're not gonna like it. So yeah, go first with LinkedIn, build your network, and maybe after 2 years working there, you have a huge network and you heard about an opportunity by here. like a manager talk about something, you go lunch with him, and then you have a nice promotion or something like this. It can work like that too.
Yes. So Kavi, that's our tips. Join the Club of Devs, and we can talk more about it. Thank you for the donation, and congratulations on your internship.
Yeah, congrats.
Maybe we see him here. We know we can go to Toronto. All right. We have a couple of questions here. Let me just talk to these people first. Jose Lucas said, great live. Gabrielle said, how is the Flutter market in Canada? Flutter, you are the guy who is in love in Flutter. You are in love with Flutter in the team. Why?
I'm not that in love. I will like Flutter approach because it feels actually fresh compared to React. But I don't know. I didn't really use this technology a lot, so I cannot really say more about it. I just know that as a developer point of view, it's really cool. It's really cool. It's way not easier, but it's more pleasant to work with Flutter than with React Native. It's just my personal opinion. But the market. The market is complex to understand. I feel like here in Canada, it's React, and I didn't heard more about Flutter, but it's because I'm not in the mobile development field right now.
Oh, okay. So
anymore. I mean, I did a lot of mobile development before, but not anymore. So I know, but I know that it's a great technology in the same time.
For me, I got a bunch of opportunities for native Android with Kotlin. I have a bunch of offers for React Native. I got no offers for Flutter so far.
That's why I felt too. But I'm pretty sure it's used in a lot of other places. Maybe more in the US.
Yeah.
It really depends on the location. But here in Canada, I didn't hear much about it. Same thing in Europe.
Okay, well, we got a question from Isaac here. I'm sorry, guys. I skip a couple of questions here. I'm gonna try to go back. But Isaac asked him to tips. Because I'm going to learn French this year, I think, and I don't speak French. Oh, I'm going to France.
Nice.
Okay, he's going to France this year, and he doesn't speak French. He has only advanced English, which is pretty enough anywhere. But what do you think about somebody who's going to France and doesn't speak French? Qu'est-ce que tu penses?
Qu'est-ce que je pense?
Tu peux répondre en français?
Ouais, non, si tu veux, je peux répondre. Ma première question, ce serait... Ouais, non, I'm kidding.
Je comprends.
My first... Yeah, no, for you, but maybe all people there, they don't speak French. But anyway, my first question would be, okay, where do you go? Because in Paris, of course, a lot of people speak English. But... I would say that's fine. The only problem with French, I think more people will be like, oh, why don't you speak French? Or I don't know, because they are used to speak to only French people there. But it's fine. You know, French people are really nice. There are super cool things to do there. So my advice would be exactly the same thing. Try to build this confidence and you don't have to fear the mistakes. Mistakes in the case of learning a language, it's good. It's how you're gonna learn and get better.
That's true.
So yeah, go there. I think they will be pleased to help you with French and to make you some tips. So yeah, French people are awesome. They are super nice.
Go to the Eiffel Tower and talk to the begging people. You know.
The what?
The people who are begging the coins. Do they have that in France? I don't know.
Begging what?
Begging, asking for coins near Tower Eiffel. I don't know, Torre Eiffel Tower. Do they have it? Somebody made this joke in whatever stand-up comedy I was watching. They said that there are some people asking for coins nearby the tower.
The Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. Is it true?
Like everywhere in the world. I mean, in big cities.
Yeah. All right. Well. Bad joke. Sorry for that.
I didn't even get the joke, man. Anyway,
it was just a reference to a joke, actually. What is it like to live in a country that has 2 languages?
I don't know.
That's a good question. Canada is a company.
Yeah, no. I thought it was about Belgium, so I was about to do the joke. No, in Belgium it's 3 languages.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, if it's in Canada, I think that
okay.
It really depends where you live, because in Montreal is that particular city where people start
le franglais.
Yeah, they start a sentence in French and they finish in English, so they have this perfect mix of both, and they still have the accent compatible. between the French
In English, yeah.
and English. Because, you know, me as a French speaker from Europe, my English accent is not that good. Yeah, and you always can hear this kind of French accent behind. But Quebecers, when they start talking English, I'm like, oh my God, how they can do that? I mean, it's crazy.
But at the moment you step out of Montreal, you got sucked into a black hole of English. Oh, I'm sorry, French.
Yeah.
And, well, worse, but not exactly bad, is Québécois. So,
but it's different.
N'est pas le même français.
It's a different French than you learn at school, of course.
But I can live here. Now I started to understand a little bit more French and be able to ask and communicate a little in French. But before I had no French at all. And I was living here with only English. And worse, broken English. My first year here was frustrating.
But in the same day, that's great because it proves that Montreal is really a special city in Quebec.
Yeah.
That's an English speaking city, I would say, and I think that's since 2013 or 2010. That actually there are more English speakers than French speakers here.
Yes, absolutely. You know, the government, they have this. By the way, guys, I'm getting paid to learn French here. I will publish a video very soon about it. But the government has a lot of incentives to keep people and secure the language.
They don't know what to do.
Do you want more water? Maybe I can get the tea for you. I don't know. Well, we're going to wrap up soon. Maybe we can answer 3 questions and finish this.
Let's maybe try to answer questions real fast. To me, it's going to be really tough because I love talking a lot.
Okay, so this question was from Diogo.
Okay.
Thanks for the question. Nice question. Let me go back to the top here because I know it. Okay, vocabulary.
You know what? Let's make a challenge. We have 10 seconds to answer the questions.
10 seconds, 10 minutes for every question. How often do you guys see developers getting the first job without a college degree? Great question from Diego UNK. Getting jobs without college degree, how often?
I mean, it's tough to answer this in 10 seconds.
I mean, I would say I have not seen it in the last 15 to 20 interviews I did for Dynamite. Everybody had a degree. Everybody in the company has at least started a university degree. Yeah,
it's a very dangerous thing because I feel like in Belgium and in other countries, there are some kind of super fast bootcamp. They promise you a lot of things, but at the end, people get stuck.
Yeah,
and they paid like $7,000 or 5,000 euros for that. I know some, and it's really dangerous. So my advice would be go to the degree.
Go get a degree, especially if you are looking for international opportunities.
And you know what? Maybe during the degree, you in the same time try to maybe look for jobs or things like this. But don't. Try to get the degree. That's also the best advice I could
Lucas Nathan has a very nice question here. He said, hello everyone, in Canada and also in other places, are there many people who are migrating to the IT profession or just like Brazil or not? You know, do you see in Brazil we see this movement. People are, because we have so many people unemployed and we have so many job opportunities open in IT, everybody's trying to learn a thing. By the way, I'm launching something that we call Nitro. If you're learning how to code, keep it up. Next month, we open the 4th class, a quarta turma do Nitro vindo em maio. So you go to the link in my description, subscribe so you can get notified when we open and you can access in first hand. Is it how to say? Primeira mão? I don't know. You access the content first. Whatever. Tell me. Do you feel like we have people migrating from other professions to the IT?
Definitely.
Here in Canada?
From other countries, like you mean Belgium, France? I mean, IT tech people, they are coming from everywhere in the world.
No, but I say like migrating, meaning people are working with anything else and they want to start working with tech just because they know it's like
okay. Sorry, I didn't understand the question first. Okay. I don't know.
It's like changing professions.
Yeah,
switching.
I think it's not like everybody does that, but there are some people like do it like everywhere in the world. Like example is maybe one of our colleague that was more specialist in mathematical things. So he did some stuff in IT too, but
Olivier?
Yeah, he kind of did the switch, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
If it was, I think it was related to IT what he did, But
And you know what?
technically, it's a switch.
I got the metro yesterday,
Oh.
and I saw like many banners of boot camps and Concordia promoting
Yeah.
courses, and I feel like maybe we don't have a lot of people here. I don't feel like it. Maybe because I'm not in the bubble,
No,
but
yeah.
they're trying to get people interested in IT here.
Yeah, I think too. And again, it really differs because for some people it's way easier because their degree was already related to this. So Olivier, he did a degree in mathematics, but he got also some computer stuff, I think.
Yes,
And
yes.
one of my friends that did the switch in Europe, one of my very, very good friends. Hello, Adrien, if you're looking.
Do you think they're watching my channel?
This guy is amazing. I love him too. He was studying, I think, bioengineering. So it's more on biology, but he learned a lot of programming stuff to automated things, so mostly Python. So to him it was like easier to move to the web world because he already got this strong knowledge in programming.
Yes.
So yeah, it was a related field.
I would say that the proof that we don't have a lot of people doing it and migrating is that Canada, they have so many incentives for tech people outside Canada. And the reason is that they don't really have enough people here to work in basic things. Everywhere you go, Tim Hortons, you go to McDonald's, you go to any restaurant, you see open positions, position, hiring everywhere.
I never saw something like that in my life.
So they want to bring people. And guys, thank you for watching. I say, seja muito bem-vindo ao mundo dos devs. Essa foi o chat dos devs com Tomás Vandercam.
Merci, monsieur.
Bem-vindo ao mundo dos devs.
Bem-vindo, bem-vindo ao mundo dos devs.
E se inscreva no meu canal. Vire membro do Clube dos Devs. So become a member in the Devs Club. We will be then on Discord. Just click the button join on the left. Be aware, we are opening a 4th class of Nitro next month, May. So subscribe to it if you want to learn how to code with me. And second thing, we are planning and structuring a training on English, and that's gonna come up in the future. Subscribe in my link in the description of this video, and also in the Devs Clubs, you're gonna have more details about it. So thanks for watching. Welcome to the... Bem-vindo ao mundo dos devs. Eu sei em português não.
Bem-vindo ao mundo dos devs.
Bem-vindo ao mundo dos devs e até a próxima.
I'm not sure I have the right pronunciation, but okay.
Seja muito bem-vindo.
Muito bem-vindo
ao mundo dos devs.
O mundo dos devs.
E até a próxima.
Até a próxima.
Até, yes, that's good.
Okay.
Seja muito bem-vindo.
I'm not sure about what I've just said, so
go ahead.
I hope it was nice.
No, that's like very welcome to the world of the devs, and see you later.
See ya. Have
Bye.
an amazing day, an amazing week. Yeah.
Thanks
Thank
for
you again
watching.
for being there.